What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm going to be basically going over my weekly outlook for this week and the expectations for Nasdaq 100. And as you can see from my weekly market breakdown from last week, I was looking at a potential run of the previous week's high, which was right here. It ran the weekly high. We started to consolidate for about a day or two. Then we started to actually fall coming into Thursday of last week. We continued to fall, and then we ended up coming down to this major target that I've been having at 10,665, and you can see how price ran down, ran the liquidity. It tapped into the big figure level 500 all the way down here, 10,500. We tapped into it, and then we came all the way up to 11. I'm gonna say 11,150, just to round it off. And now we're kind of just ranging, but that was from last week. So we're gonna give a new outlook. So we're gonna come up to the weekly time frame, and we're gonna do what we always do, and we're gonna mark up the weekly high and the weekly low. So here I'm gonna use the magnet, and the magnet on TradingView is very helpful when you want to get precise markup. So we have the weekly low, then we got the weekly high, and as you can see, we are bearish. And if you look to the left, where are some areas that we could potentially target next? This was the low that I was previously looking at right here. But now that I know that we're bearish, there's still a chance that we can make this run all the way down to these lower levels, all the way down at what level is it? All the way down here at 10,328. So that's an area that we're going to be watching out for. And now that we know that we're bearish, we know where we're likely going to run to. Let me also mark up this low over here, just so I can watch to see if price is going to potentially try to stay above and go back above these highs and lows over here. We're going to go down to the daily time frame now. So now we ideally know that we're bearish, and we know where the weekly highs and weekly lows are. So for this week, this is the range that we're going to be looking in. First thing I'm noticing is, since we are bearish, we had this push up, now we are pushing lower. We did have a push higher that makes it seem that we could have a potential retracement to potentially maybe come a little bit higher before then potentially falling. That's something that could happen, but judging based off of the weekly and daily, we are bearish. So let's just stick to that bias for right now. Let me also, I'm gonna pull a fib from this high to this low, and you can see we did have a rejection here. So there is a chance that price could potentially keep on dropping to these lower levels. So in that case scenario, we know that we're bearish, so the same bias stays. We also, if you look at these two up candles, so if we go to the 2-day, this is, let me try the 4-day now. Okay, let me see that right here. It's not even here. Okay, 3-day. Okay, right here. It's just one big up candle. It was being weird, the time frames, but you can see this bearish order block right here on the daily, well, 3-day time frame, and that's what price traded into. Now that's why we're coming lower. So there is a chance we're still gonna run this low, but I do think that there's still a chance that we could still end up going bullish from here. That's at least until we run this low. If we don't run this low, there's still a chance to go higher. Until we run this low, then you already know where our target is, all the way down here at 10.3. Where was it? 330. 330. Yes, it is. So now we're going to go down to the intraday time frame. So we ideally know, based off the higher time frame analysis, that we're more than likely bearish. So we're going to stick to that bias for now. So what are we going to look for? We're going to go to the intraday, and we're going to mark up the previous day's highs and previous day's lows. So we got the previous day's high, previous day's low, and we know we're bearish, so keep that all in mind. And like I always say, when we do these weekly markups, Friday doesn't have an Asian session range yet, so we have to use the Thursdays. So we're going to start from 18 o'clock all the way to midnight. Boom, boom, boom. And then we have the open right here. So what can we look for? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a fib from the previous day's highs to previous day's low. I'm going to get an idea on where price could likely start to retrace to. Boom. And the reason I think we're also going to remain bearish is because we also ran this previous day's high over here, which is also the Asian session high here. Ran this high, and that's what we have the previous day's high at. So that's a strong confluence for me, thinking that this is going to hold, and we're going to more than likely keep lower. And if you also look right here, at these 1, 2, 3, 4 up candles, this is going to be our bearish order block. So if you do 30, go to the 1 hour time frame, it's all one big up candle, which is going to be our order block right in there that we're going to look to see a reaction off of. And if you also look deeper into it, you can see there's also fair value gaps all within this area. If you take it a step further, look at where we are price wise, that is also at 11,000 big figure level. So I think that we could potentially have this run up to 11,000 more than likely. That is where I would potentially look to see price have a drop in price, because I know that more than likely I want to see price come all the way for this previous day's low. Also longer term, gonna make this black, because like I said, based off the higher time frame, that 10,330 area is where I think price is going to come to. And this is only 10,420, so there's still a while to go. So this is just a short-term target based off intraday time frame, and based off a higher time frame directional buys. I think price is going to more than likely continue lower based off of this fact. As of right now, say the market opens and prices starts to drop, I just wouldn't do anything for that. I would just more than likely not take a trade, and I would just wait for price to have a pullback of some sort, because the only thing I would be looking for in this low of price area is going to be buys, at least until we get a retracement that makes sense, that I could justify selling, if that makes sense. But that's going to be my little analysis for right now. Let me also come to the monthly. Let's just give everything a little analysis overall. So basically off of this monthly, it looks like we have a while to go based off of price, and we're going to be coming all the way down to these 9,000 area. That's what I personally think right now, because if you also look to the left, these are all gaps that need to be filled, and there is no reason for me to believe that price is going to have a reason to stop in between these areas. So what do I think this is doing right now? I think this is going to be a short-term pullback to potentially see price come higher to eventually keep going lower long-term and going into 2023. That's my personal opinion right now. And then from there, I think it'll be strong likelihood that we could start going higher, but we'll see. That's just based off a monthly, so that's going to take time to play out. Based off the weekly and daily, we still are very bearish, so we're just going to stick to that bias right now. So with that being said, if you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you share this video with a friend if you found it helpful. Make sure you join the Telegram. The link is going to be in the description if you haven't already. I'm active there every single day. That's where I send my live trades. That's where I send my Zoom links. That's where I send the YouTube links. That's where they get the YouTube videos before anybody, because they get it directly sent to them. And it's also somewhere where you can get access to me almost 24/7. The hours that we're most active is around 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Well, not 12 a.m., 12 p.m. EST, which is New York Standard Time. So yeah, make sure you join that. It's a free community of traders. We're all there to help each other, and all here to stay productive and grow. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next video, and stay productive.